legit. Anything you want.
XRP and Ripple community is manipulating Twitter for promoting Ripple, ace Dogecoin creator. Jackson Palmer, the creator of Dogecoin and We Decentralized Yet? Website, spoke about Ripple and how it is similar to Initiative Q in terms of marketing, in a podcast interview with Laurel Shin. Palmer spoke about his website Are We Decentralized Yet, and how it is getting tougher to collect data from his decentralized blockchains and that there is less data now than it was 12 months before. He added that there were a lot of cryptocurrency projects with multi-million-dollar funded foundations who are making the numerical data public, and that these foundations want the numbers to show a certain narrative. Palmer continued, "Who would think that transparency would be in their best interest? Just looking at entities that are more centralized and do have more of a corporate for-profit kind of model, Ripple comes to mind, and out of all of the projects, it was one of the more kind of in my face or kind of coming at me trying to get numbers updated and provide the information." Furthermore, Palmer said that Ripple was doing a good job in terms of building awareness, hype and excitement about their community, and that they were focused, unlike Ethereum, which has multiple projects and is heading in a lot of directions. Digging deeper into Ripple and XRP, Palmer said that people who are into XRP and Ripple aren't usually into other cryptocurrencies. He went on to say, "Think they're people into XRP just more susceptible to marketing. I think the people that get into Ripple remind me of the people that have been getting into this Initiative Q thing, and I think the Initiative Q and the Ripple marketing is actually pretty similar if you actually go and look at what they claim to be doing in the future technology-wise." Palmer further compared Ripple and Initiative Q and said that Initiative Q is like a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme that are trading referrals as currency. He said that the Initiative Q is using PayPal as a marketing copy, as a person from Initiative Q sold his company to PayPal a few years back. He added, "If you look at some of the people that are on the community team for Ripple, for instance, if you look at the Twitter presence, it's absolutely off the charts in terms of how much they're manipulating Twitter as a medium for promoting Ripple, whether that's them, or if they'll claim that they don't own the bot networks. But sure, it's very interesting to watch. And I feel like Ripple is kind of like, just like Initiative Q without referral codes in a way." XRP is explicitly legalized and endorsed in Thailand, reveals Ripple's Garlinghouse. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, recently appeared at the Singapore FinTech Festival to speak about the regulatory atmosphere in the blockchain and cryptocurrency space. In a discussion with the International Monetary Fund's Deputy General Counsel Ross Lecco, Garlinghouse spoke about the ASEAN markets and their role in Ripple's plan for building the Internet of Value. He began by saying that there are a number of unique things that occur in these countries that are worth calling out, such as the impact of regulatory clarity on driving the adoption of blockchain and digital asset technology. Quoting Singapore as the example, Garlinghouse stated that it is one country that has done a lot to be a leader in this space. He went on to explain how regulatory clarity has allowed the market to invest in the space. Garlinghouse elaborated, "Thailand would be another country that we've seen that has expressly and explicitly legalized and endorsed digital assets, including XRP. We've seen some of that same activity in the Philippines." He further stated that the first dynamic in regulation that has impacted the adoption of blockchain across markets in the Asian space is regulatory clarity, which still remains important. He stated that it was surprising to see how many markets have a lot of uncertainty, even as there are real use cases being seen and real problems or customers being solved. He stated, "If we can have that regulatory certainty, and I'm talking about Ripple but I'm also talking about for other companies in the space also, the more quickly we can see adoption of those technologies." He further offered his opinions on the dynamics which might spur the adoption of blockchain technology and digital assets. Secondarily, he also spoke about how ASEAN countries have almost $130 billion in inbound remittances, which cause expensive fees for the everyday population. He went to say that the market is ripe for adoption to take advantage of blockchain. He added, "It's actually interesting to see unfold here in the Asian markets, as in some ways the current and SWIFT-enabled correspondent banking is leaving some of the ASEAN markets behind. Banks have contracted the correspondent banking relationships. It's made this ASEAN market, I think, a ripe market for adoption of blockchain technologies and digital assets." Ripple now sees 50% of all of our global customers here in the Asian markets. Our Singapore office has grown dramatically, about 200% last year.